Hello, everybody. It didn't work as I want to, but well, it worked. What's going on? Guys, thank you so much for the retweets, appreciated. Elliot, Kobe, Terminator, Levis. How you guys doing, Darren? Devin. Guys, make sure you say hi in the chat so I'll give you a shout out. Thank you. How are you guys? Robert, what's going on? And don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, all that jazz. The Dean, what's going on? Thanks so much for being here. Leon, thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for the retweets, guys. Yo, Tristan's in the house. What's up, Tristan? Jeremy, what's up, Jeremy? Devin, Levis. Let's go, I'm so excited. Longest 2 minutes. I'm so hyped. Oh my god, I'm so hyped. Guys, thanks so much for retweets. Appreciate it. Let's go. Woo. Let's go. Mohammed, what's going on, man? Thanks so much for being here. Stellar! Guys, Stellar is another fantastic streamer here on YouTube Gaming. Make sure to check that man out. Love you. Mwah! Love you, bro. Oh my god. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Here. I'll make it rain. Make it rain. Monkey's in the house. What's up, Monkey? Thank you so much for being here. Oh. Let's go. Come on. Oh. Oh, I'm so excited. Tyree, what's going on, man? Thank you so much. Thanks so much for being here. Kobe's in the house too. Yeah, Kobe, we're gonna see a lot of stuff happening there, man. How are you, my dude? The 4 of clubs. What's going on, man? Thanks so much. I need my part. Fix right. 17's in the house. What's up, Terminator? 6 days, man. 6 days. Oh my god. 4, 3, 2, 1.
And I'm Dee.
And we're here to guide you through the next 40 minutes of salty Sea of Thieves goodness.
We're only 6 days from launch and the studio is abuzz, and we couldn't be more excited for everyone to get their hands on the game. We know our community is just as excited as we are, but we know you also have.
Oh no, Jess, I do.
And with that in mind, we've got an amazing stream for you today. So we're going to take you through the day 1 experience, give you the lowdown and launch, and we'll be taking some questions from the stream and throwing them to our guests. We also have a teeny tiny tease at the very end for something cool, so stay tuned.
Yep, we wanted to take some time to consolidate everything we've talked about over the last couple of years and give you an idea of what to expect on day 1, and maybe a little nod to what's coming after.
This week is a celebration in the run-up to launch, and we wanted to let you know all the exciting stuff that's headed your way. For some of you, this might be a good reminder course with a few little nuggets for keen eyes for the others. And for the others who just joined us recently, it may just be the thing you need to get caught up in everything Sea of Thieves. Either way, we know you'll be poised to ask our team some questions, so get thinking.
Okay.
Speaking of our team, sitting right beside me, I have Joe Neat, executive producer.
Where's the camera? There.
And Mike Chapman, design director of the game.
Hello. There you go.
So, over the past few years, we've been documenting the development of our game through our weekly videos, articles, and podcasts.
Hundreds of thousands of you joined our Insider program, helping us lay the foundation for future pirates everywhere, creating an inclusive and welcoming community that I couldn't be more proud to be part of. Whether you've been with us since the start
Brooke,
or you're a brand new member of our crew, we wanted to make sure that you are ready for launch.
So we made a handy little video where we tell you everything you need to know about Sea of Thieves.
As the sun rises on the Sea of Thieves and we draw ever closer to our release date of March 20th, what better time than now for you to brush up on your seafaring knowledge with this exhaustive look at everything you need to know about Sea of Thieves. In Sea of Thieves, you have the freedom to explore a rich, fantastical shared world full of adventure and endless emergent action. While this world is filled with other players intent on seeking their own fortune, it's up to you whether you want to head out to sea by yourself or with others to help you. You can choose to set sail in the sloop as a solo sailor, or as a dastardly duo. Or if you'd rather take the galleon for a spin, you can voyage out onto the waves as part of a 3- or 4-person crew. To form your very own band of salty sea dogs, you can invite your friends or use our handy matchmaking system to find other players. This includes both Xbox One and Windows 10 players too. We've broken down barriers with crossplay, so everyone can get in on the action. If you still haven't found the right mix, and you're looking for others with a particular set of piratical policies, you can use the official Sea of Thieves Xbox Live Club to find like-minded players to share in your adventures. Whichever ship you choose to take out in your adventures, each one has been tailored for the different crew sizes, but both require you to physically manage their operation. Want to get moving? You better lower the sails and raise the anchor. Not enough speed to catch some thieves who ran off with your treasure? Well, angle the sails and catch the wind. Your ship is a vulnerable extension of your crew, and you'll have to take care of it if your voyages are going to be successful. Threats from other players, and quite frequently your own carelessness mean you always need to be ready to start patching and bailing as you make your way through the world. However, before you can rush off and start on your path to becoming pirate legend, you'll have one very important choice to make, and that's choosing the pirate you want to be. Luckily, we've got an endless lineup of pirates for you to pick from, all powered by the rather functionally titled Infinite Pirate Generator. Across the vast and varied world of Sea of Thieves, you could spend a lifetime exploring every sun-drenched island and outpost, clambering your way through claustrophobic caves and scouring the depths for sunken wrecks. And guys, as you travel across the seas,
ask me questions in the chat, and I'm gonna send those questions for them, okay? So whatever you ask me in the chat, I'm gonna send for the developers. Hopefully we get those answers, those questions answered. So make sure you send me questions in the chat, okay? Send me questions in the chat.
But in knowledge too. Discovery will play a big part in your adventures, and whether that's navigating to an entirely new island or uncovering the stories of those who came before you.
So whatever you ask me in here, I'm gonna send it to them, okay?
In the voyages you choose to embark upon.
Ask about the Golden Banana story. That's on the 19th, bro.
If you want to stand a chance of earning some serious coin, you'll have to deal with the charming representatives of the trading companies that have set up shop in the Sea of Thieves. The Gold Hoarders, the Merchant Alliance, and the Order of Souls. The Gold Hoarders have come to the Sea of Thieves with the goal of treasure hunting and amassing great wealth. They'll send you and your crew on voyages in search of buried treasure, with either riddle maps or classic X marks the spot maps, testing your knowledge of the islands and encouraging you to look for details you may have missed before. The Merchant Alliance has come to control trade in the Sea of Thieves, and they have lists as long as your arm of different creatures and supplies they want you to collect. They're sticklers for working to a deadline, so you'll have to keep an eye on your pocket watch to ensure that you get the goods in time. The Order of Souls wants to control the ancient
animal
magic
hunting
of this world
is
for
only
themselves,
with
and they'll send you on the hunt
crates.
for
You
deadly
need to have a
skeleton
crate in order to capture
These
the animal.
voyages will provide players with combat-focused challenges.
So far,
And
there's
if you're
only 3
successful,
animals, though.
You'll snag yourself a skull to take back to them, which they insist isn't as creepy as it sounds. And of course, finding your loot is just half of the battle. Your goods are still at risk from rival crews until you get it back to the nearest outpost and cash it in for the real reward.
Catch pigs, you need
As
a
you
crate to
progress
catch
through
the
the ranks
pigs, man.
with each trading company, you'll be able to buy voyages that increase in difficulty and complexity, taking you and your crew across different seas and islands and providing you with a greater challenge. These voyages can be shared with other members of your crew, regardless of their rank, so new and old players alike can set sail together. Completing voyages for each trading company will reward you with cold, hard gold, but you'll also build reputation with them too. And as your reputation increases, you'll be able to unlock and purchase new titles and cosmetics. Making sure you look the part is half of pulling off the pirate persona. Fancy a new hat? Why not? How about a shiny new tankard to show off in the local tavern? Sorted. I hear peg legs and hook hands are in this season. On point. You can tailor your pirate to look however you want and use your get-up to dazzle other players with your superior sense of fashion.
So Brooke,
or
the
if you're
Kraken,
feeling a little devious,
they already said the Kraken is going to be random in the entire map.
They'll never know what hit 'em. The customization options aren't just limited to your character either. You'll be able to switch up key aspects of the ship to express yourself too.
You're not going to be able to
You can change the deck
hunt
liveries,
it, but
sails,
you'll be able
and the
to fight it.
figurehead of your
And if
ship,
you win, you're
ensuring
going to
that
get
your
a
vessel's as
fantastic
fancy as the crew that sailed
loot.
it. Building reputation doesn't simply help you unlock cosmetics either. It's all part of your path to becoming a pirate legend.
Can you add more to your character? David, that's a
players who have
fantastic
proven themselves within
question.
the 3 trading companies, overcoming various challenges to earn the ability to enter the legendary pirate hideout.
moleque doido.
Here, you and your crew will be able to access legendary voyages, as well as uncovering the secrets of Athena's fortune.
Yeah, Kobe. Yeah, that's a good question
Very
too.
mysterious.
Gotcha,
The
bro.
voyages offered by the trading companies provide you and your crew with some guided goals, but there's an ever-present element within the Sea of Thieves that's poised to pull you off track at a moment's notice. You're not alone out on the sea. This shared world is full of other players.
New beer mugs,
Every
yes.
other ship you see on the horizon will
Mark's
be manned
in the
by a
house,
crew
bro.
of real players, and how you choose to interact with them is entirely up to you.
What time is the
Maybe
game
you'll
release,
move in
GMT?
fast, cannons blazing,
MMA
intent on
time
total
is
annihilation.
12
Or perhaps you'll go for some sneakier
a.m.
tactics
on the
and
19th.
steal their
So
loot from
between
under their noses.
19 and 20
You could form a
GMT.
makeshift armada and work together, or even just head to the tavern for a pint and a jam on the hurdy-gurdy. The point is, this is up to you. Though it's not just other players that you'll have to watch out for as you journey through the Sea of Thieves.
the 4 clubs,
The world
that's
is
a
full of
fantastic
other
question.
threats and emergent possibilities for you and your crew to discover, like fending off sharks as you swim down to shipwrecks in search of resources, or finding a message in a bottle that'll take you on a completely new adventure. Or
Right, yeah,
maybe you'll
that's
be
still
drawn
in
off
pre-order,
course by
but
the
yes.
alluring sight of a giant skull cloud, a sure sign that some treasure-hoarding skeletons have taken up residence at one of the many
Robert.
forts located around
And
the
Devin,
sea.
lol.
The challenge will be great, but the rewards even more so. These beacons could potentially draw other players in too, so best keep one eye on the horizon. Every new course you set in Sea of Thieves is a journey into the unknown, a roll of the dice in a world full of other players, colourful characters, and fantastical creatures of legend. And it doesn't end there. The Sea of Thieves is constantly changing, with regular updates and live campaigns. These campaigns will offer players time-based goals and new ways to play, as well as
I'm gonna
introducing
ask
new
that question,
characters
but
that
I'm
will
pretty
help players
sure
to uncover more of the
if you
lore in Sea of
unfortunately
Thieves.
crash or something like that,
Each player's journey
you
will be different,
lose
and the ever-evolving
whatever
world
you
of
had.
Sea of Thieves,
I'm
full of
pretty
danger,
sure, but I'll ask the question.
fantasy, beauty, and unpredictability will allow you to truly become a pirate of legend.
Unknown Jess, awesome.
So come
very,
and join
very
us
often,
on the
bro.
seas, and get ready to set sail on your own adventure.
Yes, Terminator. There will be a lot of bosses, and a lot of different bosses.
So that's a lot to take in, and if you don't catch it all the first time around, you can find the video on our YouTube channel.
Karen,
youtube.com/.
it was already announced
But
that
don't go
there's
anywhere
gonna
just
be.
yet. We have a bunch still to come, including taking your questions from the chat. But first, though, let's hear from our guests. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
So
it
will
Joe,
be-
we've just
it
come
will
off the
be a
back of
lot-
our final beta. How do you think that went?
Oh, it was amazing, right? Like, you know, to
Oh,
be
answer
the
of 1
final
second.
step, kind of on the road to launch. The first time we've opened it up to all of our players, it was a fantastic weekend. Again, to be able to watch people playing, to watch them playing some of the new features that you'll do a much better job of talking about in the bit, I think, Mike. But to see all of that was amazing. To see the stories. Like, maybe not a couple of the bugs that we saw in there, like the skeleton fort that, like, occasionally if you owned it up you didn't get rewards. That wasn't the best story to watch when we were watching that happen.
No, it wasn't.
And we apologise to players for the the accidental biggest troll ever. Yeah. But you know, it was a fantastic weekend. We learnt a lot, right? And because part of it was testing new features and giving new players a chance to play the game and try the game. And also it was to continue testing that scale, right? So we saw the most players we've ever seen play Sea of Thieves, and you know, the most concurrent players. On the Friday we hit a record, and then on the Saturday we hit a new record. And you know, and so when we were right at the top of that scale, we did, you know, learn some stuff around our scale capabilities and stuff, right? So there was a couple of times where a minority of our players had trouble kind of getting into the game at those peak times. And also in terms of kind of the reward service. So when you cash stuff in, you know, you take your rewards back and everything. Like, again, a minority of players were getting, maybe they were getting delayed messages, they weren't getting
I think it was less than 20%, guys.
So
I think the beta
since
was
then, our
less
services
than
team have been looking
20%.
at all of that, and we've made about 4 different changes in that short space of time, that we're, like, to the services. And so, you know, the issues that were raised there, we've got fixes in for them. We feel good about that, and now we're heading towards launch, right, where we expect again to see a ton of players because there's a lot of excitement, a lot of interest, and we feel really good about where we're at, kind of. Right. But obviously there's going to be a lot of people playing this, and so we're going to be working round the clock to support it. It's not like launching a traditional game, right? We're still just carrying on, right? Its launch is great, and that's a big milestone for everyone and our players. But we're still going to be supporting it. Our team's going to be watching everything. We're going to be monitoring. If anyone starts having issues,
Kenji, unfortunately not.
Like Twitter handle on.
Everyone is going to be starting plays at the same day. They won't have
we'll be working to
a day or two early. Unfortunately, I already know that. Though
we feel really good going into this, so really excited to kind of to hit launch, right, and go from there. So yeah, super cool learnings from the beta, and now we're full steam ahead to launch.
Yes, and
indeed.
George just spoke there about new features being in the game. So Mike, can you chat about those?
Yeah, sure. So I guess in the final beta, players got hands-on with the Merchant Alliance and Skeleton Forts. So for us, the idea of being in this pirate world and being a merchant just makes absolute sense. But for us, we not only wanted there to be these wildlife, these different species of wildlife on the islands, we wanted to make them an inherent part of the gameplay. So your crew being united to go and get gold, but that gold being in the form of these animals. You're out there to try and source these animals for the merchants.
How many times a week you hit the gym?
Not only kind of trying to catch them, but also tending to their care on the return journey. So getting caught in cannon fire, all the animals are going crazy. Having to feed the pig,
that's the English way.
Snake, well, since the final beta, he's now got his little hunger sounds in. So when he's really hungry on the ship, it's or she. He's also with lady pigs as well. That's quite a traumatic experience. But just
honestly, sorry, the best bit I had before the beta game, like when I first played the merchants, and I got the banana out and the pig stopped running away, and I went up to him like that. But then I was like,
banana.
But then I kind of just pressed,
I don't speak Russian at all. I'm sorry.
And I flicked out my gun, and it just went and just went, and ran away. And I was just like, that's cool. That's what you expect to happen, right? And I was like,
we're just going to fix your mic.
Okay. Sorry. It's always me, isn't it? I must have a really weird shaped head.
There's something really cool about the idea of the crew being bonded around the care of these animals. Going, we just want to get the pig back to safety because that's how we earn our reputation with the merchants. And the cool thing, obviously, in launch is the snakes in there as well. And I guess what we haven't really shown off yet is the idea of charming the snake, using the shanties that players have had up until this point to charm the snake so it doesn't bite you when it's in the cage, but it can spit poison. And then you've got all these emergent scenarios of using snakes in baskets as traps when people board your ship, so you can surround your valuable treasure chests, if you have them, with snake baskets and lay traps for people who might board your ship. I guess the other thing we showed off in final beta was the skeleton forts. So this was the idea that around the world of Sea of Thieves there are these forts that I guess players have seen before in some of their released content, but the forts can now become occupied. And this just happens emergent while you're in the world. And when a fort's occupied, that means that there's a skeleton threat there. That means that the vault is full of treasure and rewards. And when that happens, there's this huge looming skull cloud that can be seen, this cloud-shaped skull. Skull-shaped cloud, I should say. Cloud-shaped skull. Same thing. That appears above one of these forts on an island, and that can draw all the players together in the same world to go and take down this skeleton threat. So as you go and approach this fort, all the cannons open fire on your ship. You're using your Eye of Reach sniper rifle to take down the skeletons, blow up the gunpowder kegs, and then finally make landfall, storm through this waves of skeletons, beating the captain and getting this key. And the key is physical, like a lot of the other objects in the game, and the key can change hands. And the key is what you need to gain access to the vault. When you open the vault, it's full of all rewards. It's full of kind of rare merchant commodities. It's got different kinds of artifacts in there, different types of chests. And we deliberately put more in there than like one crew could easily carry. So that leads to situations where rival crews might decide to work together to take down this threat and then divvy out the rewards at the end. So it's this awesome emergent world event that can happen that's got this awesome spectacle of the skull cloud, but it's going to bring players together in cooperation and conflict. So it was great, bar the issue that we had, to let people get hands on time with that.
Yeah. So
thanks very much for the retweet, bro.
Strangers, right? And I joined, and they were in the middle of a skeleton fort. I was like, awesome, great, and so they battled their way through and like that. And it got to the final.
Guys, I'm sending some questions in right now, okay?
And I was like, yes.
Yo, even blood, dude, what's up, bro?
So I ran towards him with an explosive.
No problem.
one of the others shot me and it killed me, and so I was on the ghost ship, and then I kind of
call him,
heard
absolutely,
them kind of go
man,
into it and stuff,
absolutely,
and then I just
bro.
saw on the text chat, so someone was obviously playing on PC and typed it in, and he was just like, "It's empty," and I was just like. Just like midnight.
I roll out to team, yes, idiot, absolutely.
I couldn't witness it. I was like,
Nightbot, what's up?
It was the
What's up, bro?
We've got on the door dropping as well. We like this was like Friday night, final beta. Let's celebrate as a design team. Let's watch the stream. Husband and wife duo taking down the fort on their own in a sleep. We're like, oh my god, they've done it. You guys have done great. We're there. The doors dropping, and it's like it's empty. And we're like, oh my god. No, we can't celebrate. But thankfully, it's fixed. It's fixed.
And it was something that we didn't find until it was at that scale, like that many people playing and stuff, and we were like, oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
Like with people playing in long periods of time and stuff, it was something that only surfaced after a number of hours, right, on live servers.
Proves why these tests are so invaluable for us to get to this point.
Yeah. So apologies, but thanks at the same time.
Yes, there's a question for you again, Mike. So what would you say the feeling is in the studio just now?
Wow, well, a lot of adrenaline. I'd say.
Nice!
Everyone's buzzing, but I think there's got the element of it being a little bit surreal, I guess.
Thanks for subscribing, bro.
We've announced the game a few years ago. We've been building it with our community. We've had these technical alphas. And it's all been building through the scale tests, recent final beats. It's all been building to this point. And I think there's almost that sense of, we're like Sea of Thieves, that version of Sea of Thieves is almost there. But in many ways, I think it's that realisation that this is just the beginning. And I think, although we're all kind of like, oh god, this is really tiring, we're almost there, we've got this adrenaline, but that sense of excitement that it's really just the start. And kind of where Sea of Thieves goes next, that's really exciting. And we're handing it over to players, and we're going to continue building the game as we have. It's just a line in the sand that we're passing. It's really exciting.
Yeah, it's super cool. And Joe, we know that some features in there the players haven't been able to get their hands on yet.
Yes, indeed, yes. So, the final beta had a smattering of new features. I'm full of great words today. I've lost myself completely. But and the video we've just shown has shown off a couple of new things as well. So a couple of new skeleton forms, which I'll let you talk about in a second, Mike, because I know that you've got a far deeper understanding of what they bring to the game. But and again, we accidentally mildly trolled players in the final beta.
That's great. I'm gonna send that one,
so
man.
you could like purchase and see the beautiful sails and the figureheads and stuff, but you couldn't equip them to your ship in there. So it was like it was actually a little glimpse into what's to come, right? But so that's going to be in for players for launch, so you'll be able to buy those and equip them on your ship, which is super cool, and like to be able to change how you are perceived from distance and from stuff.
Yeah, it's around 100 players per server.
And there is something, I'll actually see if tease something else here, which is cool. There's some super cool stuff coming up around that for some of our most engaged people that have kind of been with us on the journey.
There's a prosthetic. I'm pretty sure there will be more weapons, man.
What else have we got? Is there a list?
Oh, that map is just like 15% of the actual map in the game. That map that we play in the beta is nothing, bro.
Showed me that even in its block out form, like when just a really judgery video, I think that you had in a PowerPoint deck. But like at that point, you were like, oh wow, like that's the goal, like that's what we're trying to achieve. Absolutely love that, and we've fought for ages, didn't we? Really, like respectfully, of course, about whether we should show it, how we should show it, how much mystery you keep for players, and so there's loads of mystery around how you discover it.
Yeah, I love
15,
the debate
15,
that,
1-5.
We read Reddit, and we read our forums, and just the debate of, because we've kind of said recently that the hideout's there in the world somewhere, and people are trying to
between
work
15
out
20%.
I think that'd be a really special moment when people work out where that is, and it's that whole idea Joe refers to of, we wanted Pirate Legend to have this meaning.
Terminator, yes, that was already announced.
You can share it with your crew if you choose to, and that's going to be really exciting to see. Our first Pirate Legend gets there, it's going to be great.
Yeah, and
no,
we can just leave it on Mike's going to talk about scaly forms.
It's going to be a much bigger.
Oh yeah, they're awesome. So yeah, obviously in the video we've just shown, we have the kind of the gold skeleton and the shadow skeleton. So I guess up until now, players have seen the bone skellies, the bone skeletons, and we call them kind of skeleton castaways. They are kind of feral skeletons that you encounter on the island, but they can be organised into crews and captains. They've had adventures in the past in terms of their lore.
Guys.
But now we've got our gold and shadow form skeletons, and the interesting thing that these bring to the gameplay is they make you play in a different way.
Colin, on the launch,
example,
only three. Only three at the launch.
Skeleton on an island. They are heavier. They're slower to move. So they're almost lumbering towards you like these dogs, like the Terminators almost, and you hear kind of the clatter of their kind of metal feet as they come towards you.
Karen, that will be added. It was announced already.
Or you could fill your bucket full of water and throw the water on them. And that makes them almost rust up, and then they'll move slower. And then they're vulnerable to damage. So it's an example of how players can use the mechanics that they already have to expose a vulnerability in an enemy. And that's the same with the shadow skeleton. So you might be approaching an island for which you've got a bounty from the Order of Souls, and you check on the map. It's like, oh, that looks like a shadow skeleton. It's kind of a shadow form written on the parchment, and you see them on the beach, but the sun's just setting. And what that means is that at night time and in the dark, the shadow skeleton powers up. That's when they're in their prime, and that's where they're harder to kill. So if you encounter them in the day, they're kind of they're an easy challenge. And I think that's just another example of how Voyages are going to play out differently each time. But what's cool is, of course, you can use your lantern. You can send a crewmate in to go and light them up, and go in there and light them with a lantern. They'll kind of repel,
that's a good one.
Kind of banish all the shadow away from them, and then their vulnerability is exposed. There is a third one as well, which we're going to keep a little bit secret for the time being. But again, based around that idea of using the tools that you have to force you to play in a different way. And they're an example of one of those difficulty variables. As you progress, as you build your reputation, they're some of the more advanced challenges that players are going to face in the game.
But if the Sea of Thieves gods decree that you're like at a skeleton fort, surrounded by shadow skeletons at night in a storm, it's like good luck. Basically, there's the summary of that. And I've experienced that for the first time when I encountered shadow skeletons, and it was like, right. Well, consider the challenge stepped up.
So yeah, Joe, we've seen the community just explode in the run-up to launch, with people being able to stream for the first time from the closed beta. What was it like watching all the content from the community?
Genuinely, like, astonishing. I think, like, all up, our community has been amazing from the start, right? When we first, well, before we even first launched the Insider program,
yeah,
they were just following us, they were chatting to us and chatting on forums and stuff. But you know, with the Insider program launch, that first 1,000 players we brought in, and as we've grown it, and people have given us feedback and supported us, and the deck hands who've helped us kind of moderate and keep the discussions going, and everything, like, it's been incredible. And so to culminate that in the closed beta, and everyone had been asking for so long, right, to like release the NDA, like. And allow people to stream. So to see all the stories from everyone, and the videos, the screenshots, even through to the final beta, some of the cool stuff we've seen there, like the video on Reddit of the ship cresting the other ship, in the storm. Right, yeah. Like, so I didn't even know it was possible.
No, but it made me think of when you guys were capturing the video for E3, and the shot of the ship cresting the wave in the storm, and how hard it was to stop that shot, because it was just based on real gameplay. Yeah. Someone not only got that shot, but they jumped the ship moment.
And the guy on proximity chat as well, like, I won't repeat what he said, but it was funny.
The topic, wasn't it, already? It was I have no words. Yeah. The most apt title you could possibly give it.
But it's the chances of that happening. That's what's so magic, right? Yeah. That, like, it's just all those things coming together. The fact that there's two ships in a storm, one of them's beneath this kind of wave, they can't really see what's coming. They're just concentrating on not dying, basically, in the storm. And then that ship's kind of doing the same thing, but then manages to go to the top. Like, genuinely incredible. But then even, like, the kind of smaller things, but that was so cool, was the person that discovered the crates with the glint on.
The
chicken cages and stuff, right?
That was real insane.
Yeah, it's about Sea of Thieves out, but because they were glinting kind of in unison, and so it just looked like the tackiest Sea of Thieves Christmas tree themed house sort of thing. Like,
should have been marry me.
Yeah.
Marry me in merchant crates.
Yeah, I would have said yes, like, if that had been a proposal like that. But genuinely, like, that was so cool, and it's those things.
It was pretty epic. It was,
and even the shanties, the people singing real shanties, encountering other players in the world.
Cool.
Yeah,
like,
that was the dream. That was like years ago when we. It was before we even had shanties in the game. The dream was. Shanties in our game are you play them on musical instruments. You know, you don't trigger a fake voice, because we thought that if we have shanties that convey different emotions, players will make up their own lyrics. And to know it's happened for real, and we haven't even launched yet, that's a magical moment for us. Like, incredible.
Yeah, because just imagine being out there sailing, you know, and as a ship starts coming towards you,
you
just
hear are amazing every time.
Right. You know, it's not obscenities, it's not insults, it's not fight me. It's just like people singing at you, and it's just like.
Awesome.
Like, just that would, you know, that's the moment, right? Those are those kind of things where the players have embraced the world that we've created and gone out there and decided to not only create their own stories, but to create stuff for other people too. So for the people they encounter, but then they share the videos and other people watch that, that's the dream, right? It's what we've always wanted, and it's mind-blowing. And I love our
Devin, I got
creativity, and so I thank you from, I think, the bottom of our collective hearts. Right?
This is my blood.
Seriously,
David, that's amazing.
Like, this is what we've always wanted.
And if I may, just a little tease for launch. So just
Spoilers
for everyone. You might not even know this actually, but we recently added we call them the lore books, these little tomes that are placed around the islands that you can get kind of quests from them.
Ribs in the house.
There's some out there that just have shanty lyrics in. They just have lyrics to some of their shanties that you can choose to kind of use. As you explore the island, you come across
look at that. That's amazing.
Calmed, which is one of their shanties. But yeah, it's cool to get those little things in there, and I'm sure that's something we'll continue to expand.
So there's collectibles. No. So there will be collectibles.
It's a tearjerker, trust me.
So many feelings.
So obviously, Mike, with this game being so primed for
Leo,
extra
Brown
peripherals
Jr.,
and
what's
stuff,
up, bro?
we have some sweet merchandise here
Oh,
for you to try and sell us through. So I'm going to give you 15 seconds for each of these items.
Okay.
And I want you to sell it to us.
Okay.
Everyone here, by the way, everyone behind the camera is waiting with bated breath for this one.
Yeah, right, bro. I'm counting the minutes
we
too.
have our gold hoarder statue.
Oh wow!
There you go.
This is an exquisite piece. Wonderful, charming little piece. It's a little man. Yes, this is a little man in a box. So this is an example of one of their new quest types. So at launch, you've got the opportunity to go and break him out of his little plastic
Sharon, what's up, bro?
So if you were to buy one of these, you not only release the gold order to his freedom, you also get a cool little collectible to put on your shelf. But I think that's awesome.
So there you go. There's like little collectibles that you're gonna buy.
Break him out of his little prison.
Yeah. No, is it?
Well,
I don't know.
Well, obviously,
is that the quest?
If
you've just sold me on an in-game quest, I'm
what
confused.
are you talking about? It's a level B.
You've leaked something that isn't.
No.
Elliot, I will for sure. Victor Army, what's up, bro?
But of course,
great sold. I'm sold.
If you were barbaric, you would take it out of the box. If you were a true fan, you would leave it in the box, brand new in box. Don't take it out. Yeah.
Retain value.
Was it?
It's a hard drive.
It's a hard drive. That was a jewelry case.
All the things it comes with as well.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Steven, what's
yes,
up, bro?
yes, it comes with a midnight blunderbuss. So yeah, we've got some of the cool little cosmetics that we reserve for players who purchase this. But yeah, this is kind of the tale of an epic love story across the waves, where one terabyte met another terabyte in a tavern, and they bonded in their shared world, and now they've immortalised their love in a 2 terabyte hard drive.
Andy's in the house. What's up, Andy?
I'll take 2.
Yeah.
Okay. So
okay.
Next one is a classic.
This is one of exquisite
Was
vintage.
it open? Oh, it opens.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Is it?
Oh no,
No,
sealed.
it's not. Sealed.
I thought
You'll
that was
reduce
a,
the value if you open it.
I thought that was a scene from Pulp Fiction. Then we know the golden glow. Yeah. So
Been kept in the dark for hours.
So this is a beautiful piece. This is of true exquisite value. So I don't even think you need an Xbox to buy this. I think you could just purchase this. You could leave this on your coffee table and just impress all your friends. Just like leaving them when people come around. It's like, do you want a drink? How about this? No, but it's,
How about this?
No, it's a beautiful example of Sea of Thieves control. I think we're all really proud of this. And the kind of the work that's gone into it. The golden
he's
trigger
the
and
designer,
I think
director.
it's really cool that we've not
The guy who's talking about right now, the controller. He's the design
We've done
director.
something that feels fantastical, like the game.
what's up, bro?
The glow in the dark is a lovely touch as well. So I can't wait to have one of these myself.
Yes, Terminator.
These are now very rare.
It doesn't work on PS4, but it is. It's
so
beautiful, bro.
They are
like,
limited edition, so they are really limited.
Right here,
So
and it has like so many details and stuff. It's crazy.
Very soon.
It's so limited. I think you've sealed it because there's not one in there. I think it's probably just a brick from the rare.
It's definitely like a collector's. It's definitely, if you love Sweet Thieves, that's like must
really
have.
Cool. So obviously we've kind of we've been working on the Tales from the Sea of Thieves lore book, which kind of dives into some of the characters and the world itself. Oh yeah, rather than me just reading it, it's really good. Trust me. So this is an example of the first issue of a comic book series. So this delves into
Kenji, that's amazing.
Kind of the backstory of some of the characters into the game. So there's the characters in the comic book relate to one of the characters that is in for launch. A little tease. But what's been really fascinating about working on these is that if you are a fan of the game and you purchase these, there's kind of really complementary links between the game. So you see familiar locations.
Guys, don't forget to hit the like button, please. It's very much appreciated. We have 70 people here, only 26 likes. So please make sure you hit the like button. It's appreciated. Thank you. I love you guys. You guys are amazing.
I think.
I'm pretty sure.
If it's not today, I mean, you've literally
it's
got
Steven, because it's Microsoft. Microsoft is the one who is like developing and getting out there.
Quite handy.
Sea of Thieves phone book. all the phone numbers of all the characters. No, this is Tales from Sea of Thieves. So this
thank you, Dave. Take your lead.
This kind of dives into kind of the backstory to the world and the characters and the motivations in it. So it's got obviously references to the gold hoarders are in there, and the idea of the trading companies come to see.
No, Callum, definitely not, bro.
The backstory of a particular
35, Karen, thank you so much.
May have links to the game in the future. So.
And it also has nods to some of our community in.
Oh, it does.
I've missed the coolest bit. It does. So there's, I think. That's what's really cool working on all this stuff is the deeds of our players impacting on the lore and how that creates lore in our world. It's not only the stuff that we create, it's the activities of our players. And we've not only done that in
the guy in the left, the guy all the way to the left, he's the director developer.
All part of the same world.
Yeah, and the guy into the right is the
which is genuinely mind-blowing.
I mean,
style and arts developer director, stuff like that.
You're going to tease several times before it comes out.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah, I'm all in. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jizax in the house. What's up, guys? Mr. Jizax, another awesome streamer. It's a good friend of mine.
You're just going to need to work in
so make sure to check that man out.
Is there more coming?
No, that's
Big cheese.
Okay, sorry.
Good job though.
Yeah, so nice little smattering of merchandise.
Smorgasbord. And we're going to try and top that with. So we've had lots of amazing things that happened in the run-up to launch, and we had the human cannonball yesterday.
We did.
What else can we expect?
Oh God.
No pressure.
So tomorrow, I think we're going to be releasing our launch trailer.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. You're gonna have to help me on this stuff.
No, watch your struggle first, and then
Friday, we're doing a Reddit AMA.
Yep.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Which I believe is an Ask Me Anything.
Yeah.
That's what the kids call it.
Yeah, that's what they call it. Which we're really looking forward to. Like a cool way to interact with our community. Obviously, we've got a bunch of questions coming up here that we'll answer, but then we'll also be doing the AMA on Friday. I think the quest for the golden bananas, I think launches kind of for real in terms of on Friday.
There you go.
Believe.
Golden bananas.
And that is amazing. So. Like, first of all, when the team came and pitched us that, the kind of UK team, like, hey, we've got this great idea, like this kind of real life quest and things, and the prize is going to be some golden bananas, and we were just like, yeah.
Oh yeah, Leo, absolutely.
But, like the different clues, the scale of this, like that, this is like it's incredible, like and. The prize is amazing. That the whole taking part of it's going to be amazing. All of the different things. It's very
guys,
global,
I'm getting all your questions that you sent to me in the chat.
Some of the stuff
I have a notepad open. All your questions that you send it to me that I think they're relevant and they will answer. I'm putting that notepad and I'll be sending to them as soon they open the chat for questions. Okay.
Already.
Yes, indeed.
Just actually leaving already, bro.
There's been a few little things kind of going sneaking out there and stuff.
Nice!
Dice, but
oh boy.
I could be wrong, who knows?
JJ Toki, thanks for subscribing, bro.
Sorry. And of course we've got the.
Oh, yeah, we've got something amazing on Monday, right? Monday, yeah. So again, like this is just tease after tease after tease, isn't it? Like the lowdown on launch, apart from all the teases. But
you're a legend. You're a legend, David.
We're going to be releasing something that is.
Oh, okay.
It's almost something that I guess we would have had a dream about since the start of the project, right? And doing something like this to celebrate. Like,
Dark God, the Kraken's been announced. It will be in the game. It will be in the game.
And yeah, there's just something that I can't really talk about the details of, but it's.
Oh yeah, James, exactly, bro. Exactly.
Really excited for people to see that and to kind of smile along with us, I guess.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it, GJ.
Yeah, and I think when I first showed you a first cut of this, right, you did have a little tear.
Yeah, Steven.
I had a tear. It was it's special to us. I think when we people see
Leo, absolutely.
It all kind of makes sense. But
what's going on, man?
The heart of the game and where we started kind of reflected in it. It means a lot to us.
Oh, yes. Turi, that would be cool. Yeah.
We also have a launch event happening at the flagship Microsoft store on 5th Avenue in New York.
We do
I saw that.
I'm not going, so I wasn't invited. I'm not bitter.
Not bitter.
But yeah, no. Obviously, we would all love to be there, right? We'd love to be at every single Microsoft store that's having a launch event, right? But like we have to be focusing on the game and continuing because we're running straight into the next thing. But like it will be super cool. I think the Skullduggers are going to the New York event, aren't they? So our pirate band who have been at shows and stuff, they are awesome.
Mert is a little bit expensive because it's a AAA game, bro.
Talented costume contest. Yeah, so
I think it's worth every penny because the developers, like these guys, they are legit.
Barney the dinosaur.
Like, they're legit, like listening to their community, and they're gonna be updates like almost every other week or every month, every once a month. So it's worth it, man.
The community
and
right,
there's other
David?
launch
Like
events
right
happening at
now,
other Microsoft stores as well. Obviously, if you want to check that out, I'm not going to read the entire URL because it literally is numbers, like in some places. But check out the Microsoft.com store. There's the Microsoft.com website, and there's like a store tab. You can click on there and see what were any of the other events that are happening around the US. Yeah, so that kind of covers that section. So basically, when we are buying the game on
Super
March
Gaming,
20th.
I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it every penny. Every penny.
We're thinking about the long term, right?
Start driving from Texas.
Continue developing Sea of Thieves way into the future.
Yes, yeah. So, like we've talked quite
Reeps,
about,
amazing.
Well, in a lot of press interviews, when they
Brooke,
visited
absolutely.
the studio about a month ago, I think. Even though when was it? No. And
right, Elliot.
Yeah, so, it's all a blur. Everything's blurred. What day it is? What's going on? And we talked quite a bit about ship captaincy and pets, but I think you can probably give a bit more insight into those in a sec.
Right,
but
Leo.
Also,
That's
very
right.
much listening to feedback, taking kind of the questions, the thoughts, the feedback on stuff that we put into the game from our community. So, like one of the things we can confirm, like I talked about this on Saturday in the Inside Xbox live stream, and this is kind of game development in real time, right? On Saturday, I was like, we want to do this for launch, which is the kind of ability on the front end to favourite your pirate. Like, so there's the 8 that are there, and you press X. And it will favourite one, and then you can refresh, and you can
you can
get
probably
a list of 8 that are your
you never know, bro.
And then you've still got to pick between those 8. But we were trying super hard to get that in for launch, and so we can confirm that is in for launch now.
Oh, Brooke, that's going to be amazing.
A huge win for us, a huge win for our community, right, and our players, because everyone that comes in at launch should have that option. So that's cool. Really happy about that. We did some work recently around the ship respawn flow, which was to stop that kind of almost endless battling where if your ship got sunk you could respawn by your mermaid, which had good intentions around like trying to let you continue adventure and make a choice, but actually you just ended up in this weird loop, didn't you?
Yeah, rather than just like someone has lost, their ship has gone down, the ship is the thing that the crew are bonded around, and when that happens we now just kind of step in and separate those players. So the person whose ship that's sunk no longer will respawn at that mermaid and be in that endless loop. They're now off with their new ship somewhere else. So nice quality of life improvement.
Yeah. And obviously as we move into that post,
I'm sorry, bro.
Yes, we're working on new stuff and new features, but we're going to be very, like, especially in this kind of window at launch, listening to feedback, because there's a lot of new stuff we put in there. The merchants have just gone in, right? We'll be taking feedback in those areas. And one of the things that we did quite a lot of work on actually was around how players kind of choose to go into the game, like in terms of their, like, how they pick a ship and allowing people to go, and maybe my friends aren't online, I want to go in on my own on a big ship and wait for them. And we did some work, like quite a lot of work around that, but we made a decision probably
Kobe,
2-3 weeks,
I got that question.
I'd like a go, something like that. Pretty recent, to go, like, this is too much risk to put in for launch, because like if we were to allow like somebody to take the big ship out on their own and wait for their friends to come on board, then invite them and stuff, like it just changes the dynamics of how many people are on each ship, how many people are in each world, like what the makeup of those worlds are, whereas everything we've been testing so far has been around like with the kind of the existing implementation, and it was just too much of a risk to go, like we don't know what impact this is going to have on our kind of experience and on our services, our capabilities and everything. And so
boys, the house is up, girl.
It's great, it's an improvement. Let's park it. Let's put the option in for people to take the big ship out as a 3. Which is came in recently. But we were like, no, let's push this. So that's something that we really want to tackle soon after launch. But we just had to make that decision.
Oh, Super Gaming! Oh my God, man!
But it was the right thing for us to do for the overall kind of experience at that stage. So, and that's just kind of a little, I guess, insight into the decision making we have to make. Right, all of the different bits of information that feed into our decisions, not just, well, we've done the work, so we should just turn it on, because it just has impact across
on the
whole game. Right?
20th.
So,
that's right.
So
but I guess it's
6 days
it'll
from
be
now.
there after launch, and it'll bring that value
right
where
here.
You don't have to kind of have all your friends ready on the main menu before going in, because someone else is going to fill the slot. You've got the freedom to say, I want to play on a gallery, but my friends aren't online, let me have a private session, go out there, I've now got 3 free slots, I might meet someone on the Ghost
Brooke,
ship,
there will be
on me, and we have
there's islands who are not in the map, and if you discover those islands, they will be added to your map. So you're gonna have in that island in your map, but not everyone will.
I'm now going to play on a sloop. You can
that was announced already.
It'd be good to get that in there.
Yeah, and it's such a high priority as well because it does, it will have a positive impact on the misuse of the brig mechanic, where people are going.
Yes.
I've got 3 of my friends online, and this
is the group on Steam. Ricardo, thanks man, appreciate it.
Which I can understand why people are doing that. It's not particularly great that that's the kind of what's happening out there and stuff. And again, it's a minority of cases, but we know that putting this in. That gives that
Iran, it will be
like that kind of instance. And
it will be
I think it should be
servers closer. I'm not sure if there's going to be a dedicated server over there, but I'm going to ask that question.
One friend has to leave.
I'm going to ask that question, bro.
Now, someone we don't know is not going to join the session because we're in a private game. But if we want to go, actually, we do want some help. We do want that 4th person. You can go into the menu and say allow free joining, so someone can just join in. Again, it just puts the power in players' hands to control their sessions.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can't, again, you set Mike up earlier there for the stuff that's coming post-launch.
I got you, man. I got you.
So you got to jump in on that, Mike. I'm sure everyone's waiting.
Oh yeah. Cool. Where should we start?
Leave us some wiggle room on the development side. Yeah.
Yeah. Now so I think obviously the experience for launch is that you're on this journey to become a pirate legend. This is the journey of building your reputation in the world of Sea of Thieves. But where we've always wanted to take it beyond that is, it's not just about me and my journey. It now becomes about me and my ship. So it's not only about building your reputation, it's about building the reputation of the ship and what it's done in the world. And that ship becoming a personification of your legend. Because it's been really fascinating to see since we've announced Pirate Legend and the hideout, what happens when I become a legend is at the end. It's like, well, no, because the next logical step is you are a pirate legend, but Pirate Legend had these awesome legendary ships, and that's going to go on adventures as well. So that's kind of the next logical step in extending that player's journey. So that's going to be really fascinating, especially with how the hideout plays a role with that, because your ship's going to be in that hideout. And I guess pets, very requested feature, I would say. I think a lot of people like the idea of having a parrot or a monkey or all the crazy stuff we can come up with. But I think the cool thing about pets is that, like a lot of the other mechanics in our game,
the 4 Apocalypse, that's a fantastic question.
Spin on it. Like ways that can make it have the right Sea of Thieves tone, that humour, that opportunity to bond people by laughing together.
Right, Nate, right.
You know, to have that kind of slightly irreverent kind of tone, but also do it in a unique way that kind of reflects this world. So that's going to be really exciting. So we're kind of wandering around the barn recently and seeing some of this work already starting, seeing kind of the pets in the game and the spin we're putting on them. It's really exciting.
Yeah, it's like the animation team kind of, because they've kind of moved on from the launch stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because everything's animated, so they're doing all the little testings and stuff. It's really cool.
Are we both seeing this loop? Nice, David.
Yeah, we're as excited as I think the community are when we see new stuff, right? On the team, it's like, wow.
Wow, lots to talk about launch. So we are now 6 days from launch. 6 days from launch, which means you only have 6 more days to pre-order and get your hands on the devilishly scrumptious Black Dog.
Like delivered like a real Nigella loss in there. Is that
devilishly scrumptious Black Dog.
So live Q&A. So we need to do that now. So hope you've been thinking up of some questions.
We're live?
Yeah, I've literally read it as it's on. So we need to think up some questions for Joe and Mike. I hope you've been thinking of. You have definitely, because I can see them on our screen here. So let's get the first one in. But before we do that, let's try and keep these answers nice and succinct, because we're going to try and get through as many of these as possible, because I see there's a lot here.
Great. Best behaviour.
So you go.
Okay, cool.
Grab the first one.
So this one is for Joe from Boom Alias on Mixer. Is Sea of Thieves crossplay between PC and Xbox?
100%. Unmitigated cosplay, but yeah, absolutely, it is. We've been playing it since
Matt,
December.
what's up, bro?
No, September.
Guys, I'm sending all the questions now, okay? I'm sending all the questions now.
It's seamless. So yes, 100%.
On their accents.
So another one for Joe from Overlord TV on Twitch. Will we be able to preload Sea of Thieves at launch?
Preload at launch, like prior to launch, I guess, right? So yes, we will. We're just confirming that stuff at the moment, exactly when it will go live for people, because we're right in the midst of just finaling that final build, which is kind of crazy. It's 6 days to launch, but that's kind of this approach we've taken. Like, we've been working on it right up to launch to cram as much Sea of Thieves goodness in there. So yeah, so salty. Like we'll be indeed salty Sea of Thieves goodness into the game, but we will be we'll release that information, I guess, to our community as soon as we know exactly when it's going to be live. But there will be the opportunity to reload before launch. So, yes, I understand that.
So this is for Joe from Jack_happy_V on Mixer. Do I get anything for being in the alpha and beta?
If you are a founder for Sea of Thieves, like, there might be something coming. But for so yeah, if you were a founder, so if you're in the alpha, like I assume you were, then yeah, there is something that we haven't quite got ready to show yet, but we will be showing before launch to let you know what that is, and it's super cool.
It is so watch out for that email on Monday.
On Monday, yeah. And so yeah,
there you go.
Again, thanks to everybody that took part throughout this, right? We're so grateful for it, and we're giving you a cool.
I mean, I'm like maxed out on volume, bro.
Everyone that took part.
Broskies, I'm maxed out on volume. This is like as high as it goes.
What can we expect after reaching the legendary title?
Wow, yeah.
Ricardo, thanks, man.
Your adventure continues. So, when players attain legendary status, that's where they'll discover this secret. They'll gain access to the pirate hider, and that's where you'll gain access to a new type of voyages that you can. Your choice who you want to share them with, whether you've got a bunch of friends who are also pirate legends, or a bunch of newcomers who've just bought the game. You can bring your pirate legend voyages to them. Leads us to a special kind of chest and new kinds of rewards. But yeah,
okay.
I think what's going to be fascinating is the one pirate legend becomes 2 pirate legend, then there's 5 pirate legend, then more people become legend in the world, and then more people share these voyages. But this is kind of alternate way of play when you get to that level.
Cool. Okay, so this is another one for you, Mike. It's from the Great One 713 on Mixer. Will there be regular competitions between players?
I think that relates to our kind of campaign plan. So we're already kind of planning out the kind of events that we want to run post launch, and there's one coming up relatively soon after launch, which kind of like gives you a new way to play, new things to go and progress and earn. But that's something we'll be keeping doing. So I sense that there's always kind of new things in the Sea of Thieves worlds and new things to go and progress and earn. So yes. Sweet.
And another one from Mike from this is awesome. The Croctopus on Mixer. Which is actually a really good question. Do galleon customizations get saved to crew or to one pirate?
That's a good question. So think of it in terms of as a pirate in the game, you can purchase ship customizations with the gold that you earn from quests. You can purchase hulls and figureheads and cool sails. They're yours. You're never going to lose them. They're yours forever. The ship, as players join, that's shared amongst the crew. So John, you could bring your cool figurehead, I could bring my hull.
Legendary clothes, yes, Nate, that will be legendary clothes.
Stuff on that ship together, and that's then airship for the duration of that session. At the end, we get to keep our individual stuff and
Leo,
share it with somebody else. The way we've kind of organised our cosmetics is we've got, obviously, there's admiral ships and there's sovereign ships and there's all these different kind of cosmetic looks.
I'm not talking too much because I'm sending all the questions to them, okay? I'm sending all your questions to them.
That's how it works.
So that's why I'm not talking too much here, okay?
About ship captaincy, that's where
I'm here, and I love you guys.
The ship, that's just your stuff. That's something that
you
share with people.
Right, Nikolai.
But for launch, you've each got your individual customizations.
Amazing.
Cool. Okay, this one is for Joe. I'm going to guess. Perfectly flawed? Yeah, I'm going with that. On Mixer, will we get Kato as a purchasable pet?
Yeah, so we got some news, Joe, actually. We're going to be auctioning Kato off for charity, aren't we? We haven't told Josh, but no, so Kato's obviously a huge kind of just part of the studio, isn't he, even though he's tiny. I'm not sure we have his image rights, is the first thing that comes to mind, and whether a paw print would be acceptable on a contract.
There may be a Easter egg.
There might be an
Easter egg going into the game.
Yeah, there might be.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Like, is there around will we sell Kato to people? I'm not sure. I think we'll have to seek his permission first.
We'll have to speak to his people.
Yeah, speak to his people.
He does look good in an eye patch, though.
He does look
pretty good in an eye
patch.
Yeah. One blue eye and the eye patch looks great.
So we've got one for both of you here from Turbo Turtle. These names are awesome. On Mixer, what's the hardest challenge you guys had making the game?
Shall I answer my bit first?
Yeah, go on, because I've got no idea.
I think I'll give you some time. I'll do my typical Mike thing and blabber for a while. I think what's interesting about Sea of Thieves, and this is, I guess, the way I've always thought of it, the way, you know, what's so important about running these tests like the final beta and the scale test and the technical alphas that we ran for a period of time is that when you've got a game like Sea of Thieves that's a shared world, you can't predict how players are going to play, because you're giving them a set of tools in this world, how they combine them in different ways. You know, we've seen these awesome stories with players using gunpowder kegs in exciting ways, like the merchant example we had with the glint on the crates. You don't quite know how players are going to play, so you get beyond game mechanics, and then you're almost trying to predicting human psychology of how they're going to use these things in the world. And that
we're trying to talk to the developers. I'm sending some questions over there.
Typical game that
see if they're gonna ask
them. This is something new. This is something different. The fact that it's shared and it's, you know, you've got people doing quests, but they're also in combat and cooperation with each other in the same world. I think that human element, because the game is social at its heart, that's the most exciting thing, but it's also the most challenging thing, and that's something you've got to factor into all the design decisions that we've made.
Yeah, I think for me, it's layering a progression system around this amazing emergent experience that gives you just enough of a goal to go after, just enough goals and directed kind of quests and things that give you that kind of kickstart to get out on your adventures, but then like not so much that it just makes you play in one way and just do this and just do that and just follow a kind of trail that
is
stops
the volume
you
better
from
now, guys?
Having fun and exploring and emergent and fun encounters with other crews. It's that real balance, like that's always been our kind of goal and stuff. It's like
because I did, David. I did.
It's quite easy.
I'm sending every single question that you guys send it to me. I'm sending to them,
but like,
and I'm sending like over and over and over and over again.
That just makes you play like this, right? And like we had to rein that back.
Thanks, Devin.
In a way, like it's like no, let's do something that just encourages you to go out and play, that gives you different motivations, and means that like you don't mind if you get distracted in a session and you just end up pissing them out for 2 hours and you don't necessarily progress, or like you don't progress in the way you set out to do, or like but there's rewards out there and stuff. It's that, isn't it? Like for me,
it's always about the journey. It's not about the destination.
Yeah,
exactly. So it's basically
right.
you're pulling the GZAC right there.
One of the hardest things for us, I think, in landing, you know, where we've landed. So.
This one is for Joe from Rover047 on Mixer. Will it be in Brazilian Portuguese?
See? Is that right? No?
Sure.
Is it? No. Is it Portuguese? Is
yeah,
it?
Yeah, sing.
Oh,
sing.
No. Yes, it will.
I don't think we've got any Brazilian fans left. No
What is it? What is it? Come on,
so we'll sing.
Yeah,
that's correct. That's correct.
We're checking off camera. We'll cut that bit, right? Yeah. But yeah, we will. Yeah, like and sorry, I know. Like I know, I tried, I failed. But we have an amazing Brazilian community already. Like a lot of our team went to the Brazil game show and met everyone there. Mateus, hello. So he's watching, and but to see the passion there and to see everyone kind of, I think we're going to be doing something fairly soon actually in terms of some kind of recorded Q&A for our Brazilian community. That again might be a spoiler, but that's something that's coming up fairly soon. So yeah. Sim, apparently. Sim is so close.
Nailed it.
2 out of 3 letters. Yeah. But yeah, so, you know, like, we love our community worldwide, but Brazilians are awesome, huh?
Yes!
So sorry.
I'm Brazilian.
So, Mike, this other one's for you. So, Wins All Night from Mixer says, are Krakens going to be in the game? All in caps.
Great idea, but we decided no. We've actually decided that they will live on as solely cave paintings and sea. So, sorry to everyone watching, but there's no Krakens. Sorry. Yeah, there are Krakens in the game, and they're a world threat like Storm, so you can't predict them like real sailors would have done. The kind of the rumours of these kind of Krakens out there in the the they are.
Angel,
there,
what's
so
up, bro? No.
Keep your eyes on the sea. They'll be there for launch.
You'll get a glimpse sooner rather than later of our friend. Yeah, you will get a glimpse sooner rather than later.
So don't do the usual thing of like everybody, as soon as I say thank you, leave the chat, like leave the stream, because stay tuned right to the end.
Just spoiled the ending now. Mine was like,
well,
starting off soon.
soon could have been too far.
I'll just play the video now.
Right, so this one is from Full Mike from Triple X Ratlord Triple X from Mixer. Pulling a pirate voice while playing is hurting my throat. Can you recommend a good lozenge?
Ooh.
Rum.
Well, was going to say fisherman's friends. Is that
Fisherman's friends.
Is that a thing in the US?
No,
fisherman's friends.
So, is it?
It sounds.
It's a very British thing.
Sounds lovely British.
Horrible as well. Like, sorry for anyone that's a big fan of Fisherman's Friends, including the company. But like they are brutal on your throat. Like,
they do lots of different flavours. They're quite good.
Do they? Really?
Yeah, there's more than the original.
Yo, Charlie, what's up, bro?
There we go. All the good lozenges brands are available.
It will. Monkey. It always already been said, bro.
So another one from Mike from Egg,
17 is being said too.
EG Gamer from Twitch. Are you going to increase the map size after launch?
Yeah, I mean we've thought long and hard about the way our world is set up,
Steven,
and where we place the outposts, where the islands
with
are,
rewards and all that. Yep.
And that size of the world being intrinsically linked to how often ships encounter each other. So it's something that we have considered. We will keep considering. I think part of releasing this game to a wider audience is seeing, well, how are players using this world? What is the ship encounter frequency? What is that? Is there a demand for kind of more islands in the game and more expansive world? So it's something we'll be looking out to do. So nothing to confirm, but we'll be keeping an eye on it.
Okay, this one is for you and Joe
from
Perfect Code, one of our more wealthier players.
Yes.
In one of our technical alphas. So Perfect Code on Mixer asks, can we expect streams from the studio to be more frequent after launch?
Absolutely. So it's always been our plan, as soon as the game goes live, for this setup, which we have here, to become more frequently used. And we've got some really exciting things and really exciting plans, like post-launch, around how we're going to do that. And I know I make the guys in the video team here really nervous by
pacing back.
by making these massive plans. But I think it should be really exciting, some of the stuff we've got coming post-launch, and we'll be sure, obviously, as this game continues to run and be developed, we want to make sure that we're constantly interacting with our community, right? And we're getting Joe up in front of camera as often as possible to give you updates.
I'm allowed after this. But no, you're spot on. And I think we want to be very open and transparent about, like, especially like the feedback points. Like, what are the top feedback points? What are we doing to address them? How are we doing it? Like, giving regular updates on those, I think, is super important as of a kind of like, hey, we're listening, we're aware. We've been a little bit heads down as we run towards launch and stuff, and but now as we move into that post-launch phase, it's all about kind of let's communicate as openly and transparently about that stuff as we can. And there's always going to be a little bit of, we want to maintain mystery, and we're like Sea of Thieves things a little bit, but it's that mix of what do we talk about and how do we talk about it, and I think that's about like the top feedback points and all that stuff. And we've obviously talked about a couple of things.
Super gaming, absolutely, man. Once this game comes out,
there's going to be other stuff we're doing.
Pretty much every day, Monday through Friday, bro.
Be like, when do we do it behind the scenes about it, or do we just wait and then release
nice
it? We want to have that mystery.
Subscribing.
Surprise and delight.
Thanks for subscribing, man. Appreciate it.
I like it.
Joe TM, like. Yeah,
yes, David.
That is my phrase.
Matthew, what's up,
I think that is all the questions that we have time for in this. I know we've already been running over time, so thank you very much for everyone who stayed tuned. And yeah, thank you just for joining us on the stream today, and thank you for joining us.
Guys, don't forget to hit the like button here. Please, very much appreciated.
Rest assured, this is the beginning of our venture. There's so much more to come.
Hold on. They said it to stay at the end because I'm sure there's more. So hold in there. Hold your horses in there. Don't leave it.
So yeah, just a reminder for everybody, we've got that AMA on Friday the 16th. It's 3 p.m. GMT, 11 a.m. EDT.
11 a.m. Eastern Time.
I don't know whether it's daylight time. Yeah, it's now changed over to be an hour ahead, so I hope that's right. Our launch gameplay.
Yes, Jared, that was said.
And we've got a special trailer coming on
Monday. New songs and new instruments and new shanties will be collectibles in the game, so you can find those collectibles in islands and stuff.
Most up-to-date Sea of Thieves information. We promised you a tease, and we will deliver. So here's a quick glimpse of the launch gameplay trailer. We'll see you on the seas.
Cheers.
All right. Let's see. Let's watch it. This is it. You gotta be kidding me, man. Piggy. Guys, you have any questions for me? If you have any questions for me right now, ask me. If I know the questions. The Kraken was epic, right, Terminator? Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe. I'm gonna be streaming this game every single day, Monday through Friday. So that was just a glimpse of the trailer. That was just a glimpse of the trailer, Jizak. Just like a tiny bit. Yes, there will be more songs on the game. Those songs will be found as collectibles in the islands or on secret areas. So if you go somewhere on a secret area, you'll be able to find like a new song and a collectible and stuff like that. A trailer for the trailer, another trailer? Yes, Jizak, that's exactly what it is. Any roll modes? No problem, man, no problem. That was a short, yep. Trailerception? Is the money an item based? Yeah. Nikolaius, you can still, they're gonna still have some other stuff in, that you can buy, like microtransactions, but the microtransactions is going to be 100% for cosmetics. That's it. It's like gonna be cosmetics, and that's all. The game is free. No, Nicola, the game is gonna be $60, so $59.99 US. If you do own a Game Pass on Xbox, I think it's gonna be free. I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess this is it. Well, guys, I'm gonna end it right here. No, not for free. Microtransactions, yes, Devin, there will be some microtransactions, but all the microtransactions will be for what's it called, for like clothing. So you won't be able to buy any skills or any levels or anything with microtransactions. It's just for clothing, Map size, James, if you play the beta, the map size in the beta was only 15%, 1.5. So there is still like 85% of the map to be in the release game. I'm from Croatia. Oh, nice, awesome. Hello, guys, Coder. So pick up a request from the gold people if you wanted to find a specific chassis, possibly with another crew will have the same quest in the same chest at the same time. Is Nori? I cannot answer that, but I would say yes. Cosmetics, yes. Medros, thank you, man. But I would say yes. The map size is unknown. David, it is. But you know, is only 15% as far as it goes. So I don't know. It will be big. It will be big for sure. Microtransactions. Let me win. Damn it. Yo, no problem, Jared. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Thank you so much all for being here. Don't forget to smash the like button. Subscribe. I will be streaming this game a lot. So make sure you come around, as there will be other boats and ships. Yes, it will be different customizations. The boats and ships will be the same, but you can customize your boat in the way that you like, and that will be linked to your account. Does that make sense? Photogamer, YouTube, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Kane, designing and building your own ships. Yes, nice. Thanks for subscribing. Smiley Man, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. Oh, this is the rebroadcast. Okay, this is the rebroadcast. So we're already seeing this. I'm not gonna rewatch it. Okay. So yeah, MMA time. What's up? Just confirm the map size will be the same. No. MMA, the map size is just 15. The map size in the beta is just 15%, 1.5. Then it's still like a huge part to be. Is it a multiplayer? It is. Nicola is a multiplayer. I love this game. Yo, CT How 2003. Thank you so much for being here, man. I appreciate it. Paint job and names on the side would be nice. Yes, you can. The names are definitely there, and there will be paint jobs, but the paint jobs are already like pre-set up. You won't be able to do by yourself, at least not at launch. They might add that later in the game. Zero Volcano, the other maps. Yes. Oh, G-Zack, that's gonna be amazing. Map cover skeletons. No. That's why everyone's saying. There was a teaser. It was a teaser. Let's see if this is just the restream. This is just the restream. I can't really pick it up or where the teaser was, man. I'm sorry, but it was a teaser. My live stream is gonna be on my channel, so as soon as this process, if you wanna go back in there and watch all of that jazz, you're more than welcome to. Nice show, Smiley and Brandy. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. I don't know if it's gonna James Law. Where is the broadcast on? So the broadcast is gonna be, you can watch on my channel as soon as I finish this live stream, or you can go over to Mixer, Sea of Thieves, and watch it over there right now. Is happening, okay? Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it, guys. Physical copies of the game are being sold already. Yes. Wait, what? Well, you can pre-order. Gizak, I think you pre-order. I don't think you can go and get it right now. Can you? Really? Hey, for the AR, I'm gonna go and get in mine right now. Walmart. Really? No, you kidding. How to become the top art in the game? Oh, Nikolai, you just play the game in advance, bro. That's what it is. Play like a boss. Yo, David, it's easier if you add me, bro. Right here. I'm gonna put it down right there for you. Xbox. I don't have my Xbox load right now, so that's my Xbox game tag right there. If you go and add me, that's much easier, bro, and I'll accept you and I add you back like right away. It's pre-order only. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was thinking. Don't tell me that. My back lag. Will do, brother. David, amazing, amazing. If you pre-order now, can get cool outfit. Yes, Jared, it will be a cool outfit for whoever pre-orders now. Is the see a dog, something like that outfit. Yeah, only for pre-orders. Check your Discord right now. Let me see. Discord. I'm on my Discord. I don't see nothing. Gizak, send it to me, man. Send it to me. My Discord, bro. I'm checking my Discord right now. What? What the what? Guys, here. This is what Gizak was talking about. Mr. Gizak is on Walmart. And look at that. Look at that. General chat. This is crazy. It's already out over there. This is insane. You gotta, someone done goofed. Someone done goofed. Yes. This is crazy. This is like completely crazy. Gizak, and oh my god, dude. Bringing the gold hook back, right? Nikolai's hello is gonna be free. I think it's not, but no, Sleepy's right there, as you can see, 59.88. Can you manage to take off cannons? Oh, not yet. Not yet, Harrison. Not yet, bro. Thank you so much for being here, by the way. I only prefer creative ships. Can you also build and design your own ship? Kevin, at the start, you won't only be able to get predefined ships. But later in the game, with updates and stuff, they said that it will be more options to create your own ship, though. There is no way, right? Oh, I got someone send me a friend. Added me as a friend. I got you, bro. Then why am I going to play this game right now, right? Oh my god, dude. I'm getting Xbox soon as device, by the way. Just Xbox their game tag. Awesome, dude. Bells Beza, thank you so much. I'm going to cause a riot. Yes. Pirate riot. Guys, also join my Discord, as you can see right there. Yo, Spood, what's going on, bro? If you go over here, that's my Discord right there in the chat. We're gonna be talking over there about more Sea of Thieves, and I'll post everything about my channel on Discord, so make sure you join Discord right there. There's a link. And follow me on Twitter. Okay, I update my Twitter all the time. Whatever happened to Sea of Thieves and all of that jazz is on my Twitter. Can you get pets? Yes, Column. At the beginning, at the launch game, you only be able to get a cat, a parrot, and a monkey. Those are the 3 pets that will be at the release launch. Those are the 3 ones that will be able to have it. After that will be more. They will have updates for more pets and stuff. Yes. So cat, parrot, and monkey at the beginning. Mr. Gizak depart life though, right, James? Right. They added on Xbox, right? Is the map bigger than the full game? Yes, Harrison, absolutely. The beta is only 15%, 1.5, only 15% of the map. You get to play a part, Lord. Bills, I have no idea, bro. No idea. Only play the game and get it. You know. Did you ever treasure without getting treasure? My ambition is like dipping up a whole fire and treasure by luck. Yeah, Aaron, you do gonna get treasures by luck though. Absolutely, that was gonna be a thing in the game. For the day of lunch. Yeah, right, dude, it's crazy. We're practicing our shanties. Yes, we're totally practicing our shanties. It takes us a long time to take. Yep. So guys, unfortunately, I'm gonna hit the road. You know, we talk about a lot. I'm gonna be on my Discord, so if you want to ask any questions, if you have anything that you'd like to tell me, go over, follow me on Twitter, join Discord and all of that jazz. Virtual Because thank you so much for being here. Did you get Sea of Thieves? Wait, what? Yeah, I like, guys, Sea of Thieves is like one of my favorite games right now. It's one of the games that I've been waiting in forever, and I have easily over 60, 70 hours of gameplay already on Sea of Thieves, and this is just for the beta. I played the beta that much, like that much. It was crazy. What I was gonna say right here one more time. Social, make sure you follow me on my social network and join Discord and all of that, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Before I go, I'm gonna put some shanties. I'm gonna put some shanties here so we can enjoy some shanties and have some fun in here. Let me do pirate shanties. There you go, pirate shanties lyrics. There it is. Let's do this.
Hey boys.
Hey boys.
Oh, as I was going to Derby, beach was on a market.
There you go.
I met the finest ram, sir, that ever was fed up all day.
That's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie, lie. Guys, thanks so much for being here. I love you all. I appreciate you. I'll see you guys very soon. Roll the 7 C's. Nice sea. Thank you. Love you all. Have a fantastic day. Laters. Appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. Bye-bye now.
That's along with the bosom's fed. That's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie, lie, lie. Tonight was very rough, sir. The wind like ice did feel. He borrowed me suit of oilskins and took me trick at the wheel. That's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie, lie, lie. He climbed aloft so full of him to stow the topsails tight. But halfway up he lost his nerve, he had an awful fright. That's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie, lie, lie. One morning on the poop, sir, afore 8 bells was struck, he climbed up to the sky's yard and sat down on the truck. That's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie, lie, lie. This wonderful old Bram, sir, he tried a silly trick. He tried to jump the 5-bar fence and landed in a rick. That's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie, lie.